Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm here in a special filming spot location because guess what? We have something changed up and refreshed, and it's right here next to me. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this 2026 Genesis GV70. This is a sport prestige trim. But before we get into this twin turbocharged all-wheel drive performance SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. So Genesis is still on a roll, man. The fact that in just 10 years, they went from one model to a lineup of not only sedans, but also SUVs is mind-blowing. And really, they have brought to the forefront a very unique style and of course, a lot of technology. Now, we are hot on the heels of Genesis entering not only WEC, the World Endurance Championship, but also IMSA here in the United States with a Genesis prototype race car. So what I want to find out is, with all these changes going on and Genesis now really going towards performance, is this refreshed GV60 that compact performance SUV that you should own? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and see if we can find out. Right off the bat, the color. It may look like a regular gunmetal metallic gray. It is not. It's actually called Sirius Blue. And it's got a nice blue tinge to the gray. It's a nice blending. I'm in love with it, especially all that metal flake. Reminds me of my grandfather's bowling balls, his balls he used to have with all this metal flake in it. Now, as we drop down, very unique style. Twin split setup. Now we have multi-LED cube headlights with the daytime running lamps and your turn signals. Coming down, you have some gloss black, fully functional corner air curtains, and I'm just loving that blue-gray finish. But let me know what you think about the refresh style so far in the comment section. Now, as we come across that supersized grille, no other brand does a big grille like Genesis, and they do it well. Forward-facing camera up top, dark chrome finish. They added an extra crisscross interlace for 2026, give it a little bit more style. Down below, flat black. You'll notice the intercooler behind there because we are twin turbocharged and intercooled. And then a little bit of dark chrome finish along the lower lip. But I really have fallen in love with the style of these Genesis vehicles, and the GV70 really fits it to a T how they do their style. Now, as we rise up, one of my zonks is I don't like the way the hood doesn't meet cleanly with the front fascia. I know this is for crash safety and all that kind of stuff, but it sort of looks like it has an overbite. And I don't know if that really is making my heart pitter-patter. Updated Genesis badge, nice aluminum finish, and look at the way the badge outlines the indentation in the hood. That, to me, really shows that attention to detail. Now, as we come around the bend, we got all new wheels for 2026. Metallic, look at all the metal flake in that thing. It's like a bass boat. Metallic, gunmetal gray. I love the way they're doing these black hash marks. Gives it a nice extra style, especially on a simple, this could be viewed as just a simple 5-spoke wheel, but the way they did each of the spokes, it looks like a turbine, part of a turbine, and even the side of the wheel, very unique. Now, you are going to get 6-piston Brembo calipers, flat black with the Genesis name, 2-piece rotors, adaptive suspension, all 4 corners, and of course, we have rear-wheel drive. I think the other thing that just makes me very, very happy is everything is painted that beautiful Sirius Blue. Absolutely phenomenal paint job on this thing. Tires are going to be 255 on the width, 40 series sidewall, and those are 21-inch wheels. Coming down the side, we got power folding mirrors, 360-degree cameras, and that very slim LED lighting. Dark chrome finish both at the top and the bottom, really nice. Matches the dark chrome up front on the grille, and then you're going to have those gloss black roof rails very close to the body. The door handles are a little bit of a blending of the blue, the Sirius Blue, with the dark chrome. I'm okay with that. And just like around the fender openings, everything is painted really, really nice. Coming towards the rear, love the way they do the quarter glass. They just have the trim along the bottom And this is a real glass window. It's not gloss black. And then spin around the backside, it's almost perfect. You have a beautiful long roof spoiler with a little bit of a kick up. They got that third brake light, super slim in the back, but please, Genesis, put the wiper underneath here. Yes, I know this is the button to open up the rear lift gate. Just put it down here, for God's sakes. Without that, this would be a home run, but it's there. You do have your ladyfinger cookie style LED taillights like up front, the GV70 badge. All-wheel drive, 3.5T, and it technically should be a TT because it's twin turbo. And then working our way down to ground level, we got functional exhaust on both sides. Very nice decorative trim ring. Same thing here on the lower diffuser. My only zonk besides the wiper has got to be this fake vent looking thing on the bottom. Not working. But I do love that nice curve. It's got some beautiful curves on the back. I like a nice curvy back end, a nice booty. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and talk about performance of this compact crossover. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hood struts. You have your bracing up front to stiffen up the front end of the vehicle. And then you'll notice V6 twin turbocharged power. What do we got going on? So it's a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, 375 horsepower, 391 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds, quarter mile in 13.5 seconds, and a top speed of 150 miles per hour. The vehicle weighs 4,643 pounds, MPGs 18 in the city, 25 on the highway, and it does have an electronic limited slip diff and a steering wheel damper, believe it or not, that's been upgraded for 2026 to really help with that steering wheel feel and feedback. But why don't we go ahead, we got the V6 twin turbo, let's fire it up and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we are inside this 2026 Genesis GV70 Sport Prestige. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I'm so sick of BMWs. I'm sick of Mercedes-Benz. I'm sick of Audi. Everybody in my neighborhood has one. I want to be different. But I'm not willing to sacrifice, like, the quality of the materials, especially on the inside. I really like the outside of this GV70. How much is it? MSRP for the way that this one is spec'd is right at $72,900. Let's see how it stacks up to the German Euros. To the door panels. Love what they've done. Look at the two-tone. That's dark black leather up top with the orange contrast stitching. Then it bleeds into blue with the orange contrast stitching. We do have the Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. That's real deal carbon fiber along that whole armrest area. And then the door pocket is large enough you can get 2 Chipotle burritos in there with extra guac. And remember, guac costs extra, plus a bottle of Coca-Cola to wash it down. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, love the material, the blue with the orange stitching, even on the side here. Slide on in, you're going to be greeted by 27 inches of screen. And as you'll notice, it's uninterrupted screen. OLED. Very, very intuitive, and just like we've seen before in other Genesis vehicles, it's got all the great icons and features. I mean, even going into seat controls, you can make those adjustments very, very easily, and that is what's great about this car, is that how easy it is to make all those adjustments and stuff right from the screen or from the seat itself, of course. Let me throw it into reverse. Backup camera, clear as day. 360, look at this. There we are sitting there in our GV60, and then we're right back where we started. Love it. Working our way down, you got your start stop button, real volume knob, and then down here you have your TFT display. 3 stages of ventilated seats, 3 stages of heated seats. We got real knobs for your dual climate control. To adjust the blower fan, you're just gonna tappity tap tap. 2 stages of heated seats, and you have the ability to disperse a scent on the interior. So if somebody has BO and didn't take a shower, then you could sort of eliminate that. More of that beautiful carbon fiber. We got our dry mode selector switch, and then you push it to bring up your terrain mode. I'll show you that when you come to the business side. This is a rotary dial control knob for the infotainment. We have our other rotary dial with the crystal, the dark crystal, controls the 8-speed automatic. 2 cup holders. There's your Fabergé egg style key fob. All the nice buttons on there, easy to access. Wireless charging, more of that nice blue leather. Lift it up. You have a perfect place for all your emeralds, your rubies, your sapphires. Maybe you got some diamonds. Whoops, don't drop it if all your jewels are in there. You don't want to drop the family jewels. That would be a bad thing. 2 USB-Cs, a 12 volt, and you have enough room in there where you could easily put 4 Rolexes. Presidential, Daytona, all the goodies. Seats, look at this. It's got the chauffeur ability to move the passenger seat on the seat itself. Napa leather with all the bolstering, the piping, full electric assist for the passenger, full electric assist for the driver. Up top we have Alcantara and that power shade for our panoramic sunroof, plus bright orange seat belts. That's worth another 5 horsepower. So why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind the new wheel in this GV60. All right, guys, business time. We got 2 memory settings for the driver's seat. Simple aluminum sill plate. I'm going to zonk it. This should light up LED at night. It does not. Pedal box, looking good. Aluminum brake pedal, aluminum throttle, just a plastic dead pedal. Can I get an aluminum dead pedal, for God's sakes? Seat controls, easy to get to, and you do have massage seats for both the driver and the passenger up front. Ooh, that feels good. Nice. Even though this is a compact crossover SUV, plenty of headroom. Love the new steering wheel. Nice horn button with the blue leather, the contrast stitching, flat bottom. Look at the thickness, the 2 different types of leather. Then you have paddles to go up and down that 8-speed automatic, hill descent control, and you have a power tilting and telescoping wheel. And then the other part of the 27 inches is your digital gauge cluster, which, like I said, you have your different modes. Look at the way the gauges change. Sport Plus, look at that. It's like a freaking lightsaber from Star Wars. Luke, use the Force. I am your father. And then on top of that, you do have your terrain, your different terrain modes, snow, mud, and sand. So they got you covered every which way on this vehicle. And don't forget, we have those blind spot cameras that are worth their weight in gold. Love that setup. And a head-up display. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the back seat, see if your passengers are going to be as pampered as you are sitting in the front of this GV60. All right, guys, backseat time, and I'll be honest, it's pretty darn good back here. It's actually pretty amazing. The Alcantara everywhere. You do have those manual sunshades. Nice to have that extra touch. You do have the pesky pockets that are net, and I'm gonna zonk that because if you put a couple Ginsu knives in that, it's gonna rip right through. And here's a little fun fact. Ginsu, when I say it, it probably sounds Japanese to you. It's not. It's not a Japanese company. It's actually an American company that used the name Ginsu to sound like it was a Japanese company. Back of the command center, you got your AC vents. Love the fact that we got heated seats. I am going to zonk that we don't have ventilated seats. I'm going to be selfish. I want some ventilated seats back here, but you do have your AC controls. Underneath, 2 USB-Cs, a home power source. Seats feel good. Do they recline? They recline. Look at that. Nice. They don't slide. So no sliding seat, but they recline. You do have your center armrest. Ooh, nice. 2 cup holders. Look at that great stitching. And then I feel like Oprah Winfrey. Everybody gets an orange seatbelt. 5 horsepower. Really nice. Let's get in that back cargo area because I want to take you for a spin in this GV60. All right, guys, cargo area time. Yes, we're going to hit the button over here. You do have electric assist, which is nice, and you're going to be greeted to quite a usable amount of space for a compact. Remember, like I said, this competes against a Porsche Macan. So what you're looking at cargo room-wise is 29 cubic feet of space with the seat up, 57 cubic feet of space with the seats down. You do have a nice 60-40 split. Love the quality of the carpet, like I mentioned when we were sitting up front. And then you do have a 12 volt out back. And to put the seats down, it's real simple. You're just gonna pull on those levers and they'll flop right down. But why don't we go ahead, let's get flippity flop, and I'll see you on the flippity flip. Let's go on throttle in this GV60. All right, guys, we're behind the wheel of this 2026 Genesis GV60 Sport Prestige. I do have it in Sport Plus mode, and I'm telling you right now, there's a big difference between Sport and Sport Plus mode. I want to go on throttle from a dead stop here just to show you how good the traction is with the all-wheel drive. On throttle, here we go. All grip and no slip. Quick shifts from the 8-speed. And really just nice and planted with that adaptive suspension. They did a great job upgrading the steering and the feedback that's coming through the wheel. And really a nice environment to be going on throttle in, because the sound deadening material is great. The quality of the thickness of the glass, the acoustic windshield. You do have all of the safety features, of course, in this vehicle. Blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise. Very easy to get to the 27-inch OLED screen. And then we're gonna see how this car handles, because it's gonna surprise the heck out of you. On throttle, here we go. You have those lightsaber gauge needles, because we are in that Sport Plus mode, and I'm getting a massage in the driver's seat now. Feels good. Nice downshifts. That's one of the biggest things with Sport Plus, is you're getting these quality downshifts, and it keeps the chassis so stable. I love it. But the head-up display is nice to have, so you can get that important information. The blind spot cameras. On throttle, here we go. Let me slow down. Let me redo that on throttle a little bit here. I'm actually gonna use the paddles. Nobody's behind us. On throttle, here we go. Nice, on the brakes. Look at this. Look at this. Nice. The handling in this car, they really upped the ante. Woo! Genesis. Like I said, with their new involvement into the IMSA GTP series and the World Endurance Challenge series, it's unbelievable what Genesis is doing. And remember, they have their performance trim cars coming as well, the Magma cars. Look at this, on the brakes. Super crisp, good steering. On throttle! I love the way that you could actually steer the car with the rear, because remember, this is rear-wheel drive based, even though you have power going to the front wheels as well. But I tell you, with the twin turbos, you're getting a good amount of torque, and you're not really waiting for the boost from those turbochargers, because they're smaller turbos, so you actually get some really good linear torque delivery, even down low. Second gear, nice gear indicator. On throttle, here we go. On the brakes. Look how balanced it is. Look at this. Nice. Really impressed with this vehicle. And then what you could do is you could get out of Sport Plus mode. You could go into, let's see, we're gonna go into comfort. And now you're able to just sit back and cruise, nice and quiet. And seats are, the Napa leather feels good. The massage feels great. And then you got that Bang & Olufsen sound system. You know me, I'll be listening to 80s on 8, getting my Pat Benatar, my Motley Crue, Look at this. I tell you, even in comfort mode, really, really smooth. On throttle. So what I like about the Genesis GV60 especially is that even though you got quite a few different modes, there is a difference between the modes. And that's always important. You don't always see that. Especially when you go Sport Plus. When you're ready to let it all hang out, you go Sport Plus mode, you're ready to rock and roll. Blind spot camera, look at this. I'm able to change lanes so easily. And I love the overall proportions of the GV60. Yes, it's a compact, but there's nothing really super small about it, to be honest with you. I could go ahead and turn the massage off. It's real simple, just accessing it right from that side button on the seat for both the passenger and the driver. And you're definitely feeling the better communication through the wheel, especially in the handling department. Feels good. And then, like I said, you're taking your drive home from work after a busy day. Nice experience. And it looks good too. It's a vehicle that once you park it, you're going to turn back and look at it. And quite frankly, I don't know many SUVs that I could say that about, but definitely the GV60, you're going to want to look at it. And people look at it too when you're going down the road. But I'm hoping that this has been a good overall review of what this GV60 is bringing for 2026. We're going to get back to where it all started and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, another great day in so many ways with this 2026 Genesis GV60 Sport Prestige 3.5T. Got to thank everybody at Genesis USA for allowing us access to this press fleet vehicle. Now let me know what you think. Has Genesis once again knocked it out of the park like freaking Babe Ruth with this GV60? Let me know in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rise family. Gotta give it to Stephen Flood. If anybody says he's not a hard worker, I'm gonna kick him in the groin. No, I'm not kicking Stephen in the groin. I'm gonna kick the person that says it in the groin. So thank you, Stephen, for your hard work. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.